Alright, Melissa. This is the trick. We're not going to go real fast so we can get a decent estimate on time. So, but you can also stop over there near the waterfall and stuff. Of course, it is 11:07 now. We started at bottom of the iron furnace. Couple cool things like that over there. So you can stop and read if folks need a break. I'm assuming everybody's going to want to kind of sightsee around a little bit, maybe.
I was supposed to touch a little bit with my local bucket in the back. My arm cut off, so.
Yeah. This is definitely not the pace we usually go at, but that's okay.
We've already usually made it by there by now.
Probably tell everybody to bring at least 2 bottles of water. One for there and one for back. Now, if we go in the midday, it's gonna be super hot. So they're probably going to want to dress as if they were going swimming. Honestly. It's not too bad right now.
It's in the morning.
This is where it gets a little bit hairy for this section of the trail. There's maybe 1 or 2 spots, this being one. You gotta slow down. I don't think anybody's really gonna be ballsing up this thing. Neat little spot right here. Maybe a picture or something. Another little break point over there. Gets pretty shitty right through here. Pretty much all uphill for the next little bit. Now this next part's kind of no joke. But I mean, we met some old people who did it. I'm talking about 60 some years old.
Also met some people who couldn't do it.
Yep. That took about 10 minutes so far. This is definitely going to be a challenge for some folks. We're going to take it slow to kind of get a decent estimate. As you can see, but there are steps.
They just make it harder.
We're almost to our turning point to go to Tri-State. Some folks up here. As you can see, they're old. Maybe you can't see, I don't know. Hello, hello.
Hi there.
Y'all enjoying your hike today?
Yeah.
Awesome. I figured this would be a good little stop for everybody to rest, check out this big rock thing. Again, it's only been about 15 minutes, so what? I got enough shit in my bag.
Put it in my bag.
I don't know how long you would plan on chilling here. Maybe everybody can get a drink of water, I guess. Something like that. I mean, if they can't go 15 minutes in a sustained walking, I mean, dang. That's just not healthy. But we're going to keep cruising. Maybe 10, 15 minutes there for everybody to let everybody catch their breath. From here on out, it's pretty easy. There might be one other little tricky spot, but it'll be all right. Nice little spot around here to go bouldering too. Cool little cave type deal. Not really, but it's a decent rock formation, I guess. Oh, better slow it down. I'd say I've got 15 to 20 pounds worth of gear. I'd say I've got about 10, 15. There's another cool little spot over here. Maybe take some pictures. Kind of go over there and show you around just a second.
Leaving nothing useful behind.
As you can see, it's kind of neat. Little trail goes up that way, leads to the rocks, but kind of unneeded effort. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, leave nothing useful behind. Read that once. Coming up on the rocks right after this bend here, which, I mean, if somebody wants to take those little shitty trails, they can. It's kind of a shortcut, but not really. As you can see, I think it might have been paved up here once, I don't know. I'm gonna check out the rock stuff over here. Another decent little resting point. This is where we go bouldering. I doubt anybody's gonna want to do that, but as you can see, you can kind of go in there a bit. Spider web all over my face, but that's okay. Spider on me. Again, that's cool. So, I'm gonna cruise up here for a second. So, kind of goes up in there just a little bit, you know. So, you can exit pretty much any way you want. This trail on my right, it's called Foot Trail. It also goes to a nice little bouldering spot. There ain't nothing up there, it goes to a dead end. But it's not a very long trail. As you can see, it's not too hard either, but again, we're going to keep it at a decent pace and try not to venture off too much. there's no camping allowed at this part, so we're now on our ascension to Tri-State Peak. Again, earlier would be best because it's hot as balls out here. Not as hot as it has been, but it's still pretty damn warm. As you can see, it goes up, but not too much. I guess when you slow it down, we caught up with these people kind of quick. They were way ahead of us. So we're not exactly tourists. It's really hard for me to go this slow, Melissa. I'd say we're clocking in at about 1.5 miles an hour. And it's only been 25 minutes. Adam's obviously sweating for some reason.
It's hot.
So
I didn't bring my bandana, so I'm trying to wash the sweat off my face.
no race though. I want everybody to be able to enjoy it. have fun while getting a alright little workout. Cool little thing. Huh? Okay, so we're coming up on our last little hairy spot, but up here is Tri-State. Hold on, dude. If we're going faster than those people, then I'm not sure the elevation. I would say maybe 1,200 feet. 1,600 feet maybe, I don't know. It might say up here, I doubt it. There is, though, a login sheet that we can sign, all of us. So that would be cool. Got a call about the UK transfer today. That was neat. Alright, so let's go. And you can see it's not too crazy bad. See if I can get you a good view here. But with all the stops and everything, it should take us an hour there and back, not including hanging out and eating. Hopefully getting a ranger up here to talk about the area. So a lot of skunks around here, I guess. You can see it levels out. This is considered backcountry through here. I don't consider it backcountry, but I guess the park does. Right up here is the gazebo and whatnot. Guess we could check those logs at them. If we keep going down this trail, we can go to Chattanooga if we want. So, here it is. Check the thing off. So somehow it got wet. Logs are full.
These new peppers. You pop ham?
No. Yeah, go ahead and call her. Ask her if she wants us to bring these back. Here you go. But as you can see, got that. It's got a little bit of facts on it. Y'all enjoying your hike today? Tell her the logs are full. Ask her if she wants us to bring more. We can kind of go over here and get an alright view. Not really, but I mean, you can see the tunnel from here. What they need to do is come up here and cut some of this out. I have to get permission first, but I would. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera off. That way we'll get a good estimate. Alright, we're on the way back. Again, pace ourselves. It took about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes tops. I'm assuming it'll take a little bit longer with all the stops and everything. So hopefully it'll be about 2 hours when we get back. Bunch of northern assholes up there, but that's okay, because I'm from here.
Isn't Melissa kind of northern?
Oh yeah, Melissa, aren't you from Ohio? Ohio? You're not an asshole though, so that's cool.
You're not on the Michigan level.
Yeah, you're not on the Michigan level. Of course, downhill is going to be a little bit quicker. We're trying to slow it up just a bit. That way we can catch all the sights again. It's weird talking to you through a camera and you're not here, but you know, weirder things go on in the world. Again, a lot of skunky smell. Highly doubt that it's herb, but you never know. If it is, I'll get to go chop it down. So, actually, I probably won't get to because I got shit to do. But and obviously, the downhill is going to be a shit ton easier. Kinda, I know it's weird. Kind of a little bit tricky on the knees. I know you got kind of a bum knee, you told me. So we'll take all that into consideration.
We're in the same boat, Melissa.
Yeah, Adam's got a busted knee. My knees are awesome because I'm awesome. So
well, that's how cool me and Melissa are. We got a bum knee and we're still awesome.
yeah, well, not as awesome as two good knees. I got a bum ankle though.
And
sometimes.
And a bum arm.
No, my arm's been healed for years.
Bum wrist though.
My wrist is healed as well. But what in the hell is that? Oh, I thought that was a freaking end of a weed eater. Again, we can stop on the way up and take the pictures that we want and everything. I mean, of course, we can take pictures on the way down. People can take pictures as they want. I don't really give a shit. But there's some decent little spots around here. We're gonna go down to the visitor center later and ask about getting a ranger up here and all that stuff. I'll make sure and tell them it's free. You know, the honors. Excuse me, the honors program. Here, we gotta slow it down. And you see, it is actually pretty nice though. The trails are well kept. You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. So we're gonna wear our cool shirts with our name tags and stuff. There's pretty much literally no litter anywhere. I mean, for right now, because we usually pick up all that stuff and get the limbs out of the way. So honestly, I don't know what it'll look like when we come up here. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have enough time to come up here and make sure it's all clear and not washed out and everything. I mean, obviously we can't chop this stump out of the ground because it's against the law. I mean, unless we are advised to do so.
And I would still kind of feel iffy about it.
The rock here is a little bit gravelly. It's not bad, but people are definitely going to want to watch their step a bit. I mean, obviously you need to watch your step anyway. You're in the daggone woods, so. I have 4 rain jackets, 3 ponchos, 1 actual rain jacket. Adam has a rain jacket. That's not including our own, which, I mean, it don't really bother us. So if anybody needs them for anything like that, if it was to rain, which, I mean, it's kind of fun when you're out here in the rain, no lie. Oh yeah, I didn't mention right here, we got us a little bench type deal. Go model it, Adam. You can see the contemplation.
About fell.
That he almost fell. It's but it's okay, because I mean, obviously we're not going to be dancing on it.
Maybe.
We might dance on it, who knows. But that's that. I don't know if this is super boring or not. I don't know if you've ever been up here, but I'm just kind of let you know a little bit of everything as we go. I don't think, now I'm probably very mistaken, but I don't think that this trail is a part of any kind of Boone or Wilderness Trail or anything like that. Could be, I don't know. Hopefully the rangers will agree to do it and can tell us all about it.
Cool for that Dan though.
Yeah, we met a guy named Dan Mouse, and he's from Kansas. He's done, he's a backcountry ranger. He's done, he's rangered in, I don't know, the Redwoods. He's in the Smokies right now, actually where we were at the Blue Ridge Parkway or whatever. He's a really good dude.
He done the Mojave.
Yeah, he done the Mojave Desert. Really intelligent when it comes to park history and everything. Like I said, I have no brain space and or time to read the volunteer handbook thing right now. I told Pam that she'd give it to us any damn way. So,
Still not read it.
still haven't read it. Still sitting on the table. Along with all my freaking medical term books and all that other stuff. There's a trail right over there. It's part of Foot Trail. Again, we won't go over there because it pretty much goes to a dead end. It's a cool spot, but I'd say literally on the way up and or the way down, nobody's going to want to do that. We're passing it right now. It's about 15 minutes. We're passing the little cave thing I showed you. But I mean, it's really pretty out here. Reminds you of freaking prehistoric stuff, because it is very well kept. You're welcome. But overall, I think it'll be really fun, especially as long as we can pace everybody and hope and ensure that everybody has a really good time. That's the goal. And eat some delicious food afterwards or during. I guess we can solidify all of that here in just a couple of days or something. See, trail maintenance work right here.
Yep.
Get all this crap out the way. Again, this should take just a little bit longer than the video. Because hopefully if we have a ranger, they can stop and be like, hey, this tree is this, or, you know, kind of like they did in the Smokies. I'm gonna try and get them to, you know, not do that so much during the trail. I mean, unless it's, you know, pertains to what we're checking out. There's another trail right there. We've never taken it because it's super washed out. I'm assuming it's a shortcut to the bottom.
That's the one we did take, and we took it.
No, we took it about halfway down, but
yeah.
We're not going to do that.
No.
But there's a couple other trails, such as Harlan Trail or the Wilderness Road. The Wilderness Road is beautiful. It's a little bit longer. This one, like I said, it's not really that good of a view, but you're in 3 states at once. So hopefully we can gather a little bit of information about why it's there, who made it, that kind of stuff, you know.
Do the fitness trail.
We are not going to do the fitness trail because it's super lame.
It's the only one we haven't done.
But also we are planning a 3-day trek once it cools down. It'll go from one end of the park to the other. It'll go from Sugar Run up towards Hutch to, I put it in my pocket, to the White Rocks. We will not be going up the White Rocks because we've already done that. We'll be going down the White Rocks because, yeah, we'll be hitting the sand caves. But it will be pretty treacherous. Not gonna lie, there's actually a stretch of land called No Man's Land, but for the most part I would be carrying most of the gear. Adam would be carrying a lot of the gear. And if we take enough people, we can stagger the tents. That way, if somebody wants to go that isn't exactly, doesn't exactly do this a lot, they don't have to really carry a whole lot. I mean, there'll be breaks and everything like that. We'll be staying, for one, Gibson Gap campground, and then either Hensley Settlement campground, which Hensley Settlement is closed right now, but the campground isn't. And probably the White Rocks campground. That's if, depending on if anybody wants to stay 2 days or 3 days. I wouldn't mind to stay for 3, but and then hopefully have somebody come meet us towards the Ewing Road, whatever, and that will be a good little thing. Of course, we'll have permits and radios and everything like that in case somebody gets hurt or lost, which we're not going to get lost because, I mean, it's pretty much a ridge trail the whole way there. But yeah, that's something to think about as well. That's something to throw up in the air. I mean, I know the Smokies was pretty intense there a couple times. So, I mean, the goal of hiking for me is to not really push myself, but learn stuff about my limits and say that I have done it and that I have been there. And see some beautiful landscapes, of course. So if you want any information about that, you just let me know, because the more the merrier. I know there are limits to camp space, but around October, November, whenever we get a 3-4 day break, it'll be chilly, but I mean that ain't nothing a bundle of clothes can't fix, along with fire, and we have fire starters and all that good stuff. So I mean, for the most part, we have everything that we're going to need. And if anybody did go, they would just need, jackets and thermals and stuff. It's going to be real fun. But you can thank Bill for that inspiration and idea. We were supposed to have done it a long time ago, but it is, like I said, extremely hot. And the stretch of no man's land has pretty much no water, which I know where all the watering holes are. They're marked on my map. Along with, just between me and Adam, that's 4 liters of water. Not including, other camelbacks and canteens and stuff like that. I have water filtration kits in case anybody does get dehydrated. We can drink out of pretty much any water hole, boil it, and then sip it through the filter just to be extra sure. Of course, the filter has been approved and all that good stuff.
We got 200,000 gallons of filtering?
Yeah, got 200,000 gallons worth of filtering capacity between the two of us.
Thanks to Sawyer.
Yeah, Sawyer. I want to thank Sawyer Water Filtration Systems. Hopefully they'll get us on National Geographic one day.
Make a TV show called Brothers vs. Wild.
Yeah, Brothers in the Wild.
Yeah. Nothing like Naked and Afraid, though.
No, not Naked and Afraid.
Though I would be there.
Again, we have if we don't read this stuff on the way up, we can read it on the way down over there. Hopefully we'll have rangers to clarify all this stuff up. If I'm guessing, they'll probably drive up here in one of those little gator type deal things. We will not get a ride because that pretty much defeats the purpose. Also, on the way up, we can take this road right here and check out the waterfall. It's actually very beautiful. I mean, we can, I guess, but I just wanted to come up through here to get this video. I mean, we can come tomorrow too. But so hopefully this video is a good and accurate video of what it's going to be like, the temperature and the inclines, declines, all that stuff. Also, if we see any animals, they are extremely family. They're family. They're extremely friendly. We actually seen a wild rabbit out here one day, and we got to pet it and hold it, and we did not feed it. So, but we're almost to the bottom now. It's been almost exactly an hour there and back. Like I said, that does not include being educated a bit, hopefully, by the rangers. If they can't do it, I will definitely try to at least learn a bit about the Tri-State Peak and what it's about. But again, if people are up to it on the way down, we can check out that waterfall. It's not very far at all. I'm talking about not at all. It's really close to the caves and everything, so maybe one day we can do a cave, which me and Adam are allowed to do. We just got to learn about it, that's it, and that way we can tell about the rock and the myths and everything that surrounds it. We can go in there. It's actually really cool. It's very, it's not very, very cold, but it's very cool in there. Both really cool as in awesome and cool as in breezy. So that's another idea. This park's chock full of extracurricular stuff that we could do for honors. And when I graduate honors, or finish it or whatever, I would still be more than happy to come up here and do stuff. But we're pretty close to the bottom now. Did you call me?
Is it that good? Oh, my pocket dog. My phone's doing some weird stuff. I pulled it down my pocket, heard a weird noise pull out of my pocket, said I was trying to make an emergency call on airplane mode.
Did you say we could do that driving thing?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, you can tell she's bad.
Oh, why's that?
She didn't know who we were.
Our numbers probably aren't saved in her phone.
Did the last time.
Whatever. We get to drive their vehicles around and go pretty much anywhere we want.
As soon as we get done, we got, well, can we take the Razor?
Yeah. And as you can see here on my right, we have another little thing here that we can read.
It's called Squad Pass.
Squad Pass. Actually, no, it's Warriors Pass. Yeah, Warriors Pass. I'm guessing a bunch of Indians and buffalo and pioneers and stuff come up on this trail. So, I would say that tree right there is pretty cool to get pictures in, but you probably don't want to get down in it. I did in the Smokies, but you know, not everybody's going to want to do that. Hopefully we have a decent little crew. And if we have a small crew, to hell with it. We'll come anyway. Also the iron furnace, which I would assume that most people had already seen. We've climbed up the waterfall that's on this side and climbed up the iron furnace. That was before we were volunteers, because you're not allowed to do that. But we climbed it because, you know, we go hard in the paint.
Go so hard, got a park ranger to offer us a ride.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be really fun, and I hope we get enough people to come with us.
Back on the pavement.
Yeah, we're pretty much out of here now. I'll stop the video right when we get to the car to get, you know, exact stuff. And that obviously comes from the waterfall, which we can check out. It's really, really cool. It's really pretty. Won't take maybe 10-15 minutes to just walk over there and look at it and be like, oh my God. Would you just look at it? So.
Seen a guy crying right there one day.
Yeah, seen a guy crying at the little creek here. Guess his girlfriend broke up with him. I don't know. Maybe he broke his foot. Who knows? Of course, we got the maps and everything here that you can see. Obviously, it is a no biking trail. There's a bar right there, you know, but I doubt we'll be going there. So it's about it. Historical Cumberland Gap National Park in Cumberland Gap. And
G-Shock out.
G-Shock out. G-Shock out. Talk to you later.